Uh, Good morning. Good morning. Live this morning. How y'all doing? Gotta get a better schedule with this here YouTube. I'm doing too many things, but now is the time to just pour my my thoughts out into the world. I'm trying to complete some projects around creativity. Why not just let some thoughts be heard? And yeah, man, we could talk about this one because I was taken aback. I was taken aback when I was going through my timeline this morning, and when I do my videos, I put my phone over there, and actually maybe I should grab it because I do need to just 1 second. Okay, my phone's always active, so it stays on silent. And I suggest that to anyone who has an active phone. Like, it is irritating to hear pings all day. Anyhow, I do this almost every morning now. I've been meaning to do this for a while, but finally invested in some eye patches. Bought them on Amazon, pretty good, like $11 or something like that. Anyway, I was scrolling through my timeline, and I was actually really frightened when I saw this. I was really actually frightened. I saw this and I was frightened. Like, I guess maybe it's just the way that she's always looked. Like, in my opinion, Jada Pinkett, she's very beautiful in the face. But she always had an androgynous look. And I think one of the ways that we knew that she looked like a woman was because she had a really cute, sexy little pixie haircut, which has now become a baldy. I mean, what in the underworld is this? I'm not trying to say anything fucked up. You know what? Fuck that. I am saying something fucked up. I don't like it. I think it looks like shit. I think she looks crazy. I actually didn't even know who it was. I had to double back and be like, who is this? This Jada? Like, I know she's been bald for a few. Let me just make sure I didn't instinctually like this post too. I know she's been bald for a while, but I don't think it's any of her baldy pictures. Because it tends to me. I mean, if I was a woman who already kind of had a man's face, which I do not, but if I was a woman, I have a nice, beautiful oval face. And so I don't have that kind of face. But if I had a wide jawline like that, and I had a certain kind of look like that was very masculine and androgynous, like, it's sexy, but it's not all that pretty. If I knew that, I wouldn't cut my hair off completely. Now, this is not a shade to, and that's what I should say, this is not a shade to any fucking body who has a baldy, any young woman or old woman who has a baldy. But unless you are on the verge of a mental breakdown, I don't understand it. I never understood it. I mean, I come from a family where we have beautiful hair. We're black people's hair. I mean, I've worn all kinds of wigs, weaves, and all kinds of shit. But at the end of the day, like, never get it twisted. Ever. I come from just, look at my grandma, her beautiful hair. Like, don't ever get it twisted. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, one of the things I used to be so proud of my mother. She just had the most beautiful hair. So nice, so thick, and so beautiful. And just, like, even on my bummiest day. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, hold on. Let me just show my mother now. God, I love her. May she rest. All hers. And personally, I mean, if you understand it, please explain it to me why women decide to cut their hair all the way off. Like, you explain that to me, because from my perspective, it looks silly. From my perspective, it looks like you're on the verge. Like, this is, this is my hair. From my perspective, it looks like you're on the verge of a, that's my real hair under these braids, baby. From my perspective, it looks like a woman is on the verge of a mental breakdown when she cuts all her hair off. And in my opinion, it's not beautiful. And that's my fucking opinion. And that's going to be my opinion. That's been my opinion since I grew up with a family with beautiful hair. That's going to be my opinion. Like, even when I was in high school, or more so in college, because I didn't wear weaves in high school. When I was in college and, I got my first down to the ass weave, I had some of my friends who were clearly jealous ask me, why do you wear your hair in weave? You have such beautiful hair. Girl, I wear my hair in weave because I know niggas love nice long ass hair. I mean, even when I wear my braids, I wear them down to the ass. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because men like that shit. Because it's sexy. So, to be honest with you, let's stop playing games. You want a husband? You want a man, a masculine one? Be a feminine woman. And I think one of the first pieces of femininity, in my opinion, is length of hair. I mean, you could have a short hairstyle if you want. And yeah, you'll get plenty of compliments from all the big fat girls who love you, from your homegirls in the street, from your homeboys down the street. But real shit, most men are not dating women that have very, very short to no hair. I mean, you have to have something he can grab in the bedroom. Like, let's keep it 100. That photo scared the shit out of me. I was terrified. I was fucking terrified. I actually, no lie, she kind of looked like some sort of creature. And that's why I went back, because even with all the black on, she kind of looked like something, out of Constantine or something. So I was really confused, because she's got all that super, super high yellow skin, and she had that crazy black on with no head covering, just baldy. And I thought to myself, what in the Lycan universe is this? I just want to understand. I want to understand why a woman would go bald, a beautiful woman would go bald. Like, it must be that there are problems coming up in her life. Or in her life now. Maybe to me, when people shave their head, if you ever see me go bald, just know that I am going through something, because I could be as depressed and mad as possible, but my hair stay on point. I don't play games. I don't play. And even if it's a hot mess, it's a hot mess of hair. Like, messy hair don't care. Honestly. Messy hair don't care, but at least I got some hair. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm trying to understand why women cut off all of her hair. For what? Now, I'm sure people will hop on and say all kinds of things. Okay, Jada, she's rich. Oh, she's Will Smith. I mean, is Will Smith, is he busting it down like he's supposed to be? It seems like he might not be. It seems like he might not be. He might just be, listen, would you blame a man? I mean, maybe she's trying to attract him because she might believe that he's intimate. Maybe that's her agenda. But what I will say is that men who like men even date men with hair. So to me, I was so scared when I saw that. Like, guys, she looked like a creature, guys, and still does. I mean, she just looks like a cold creature, and that's sexy to you guys? That's frightening. And let's be honest, the majority of these women that cut their hair, they may cut their hair off, but a lot of times they are hiding under pounds of makeup. In my opinion, if you have a beautiful face, you don't have to hide under makeup. You don't. Makeup actually probably even diminishes your beauty if you are truly a beautiful person. So I wonder if they didn't have the makeup on, the bright red lip, because it's like a kit, right? It's like for black women at least. There's a kit that I've seen. It's like a baldy with very very dark and very thick eyebrows that are either drawn in or etched in. Cool, I have etching too, but I need to redo mine. No problem. But I don't even get mine as dramatic as them. I never did. I just get a little something because I'm a person with barely any eyebrow. I have fine, fine hair. So even on my legs, there's hair, but you can sew it so light. I really, it's like a kit, okay? It's like a baldy and the very thickly etched in or drawn in eyebrows and a shitload of foundation with a whole lot of highlight and a whole lot of concealer and a whole lot of eyeshadow, even if it is, matte in skin tone, you could see there's eyeshadow and a thick line of like, okay, so if you're gonna do your makeup in place of your hair, then say that shit then. And then that bright red lip, which I love good makeup. You saw me the other night. Please, I love makeup. I love concealer. I love all that shit. I do, but I know when to take it off. But hair never comes off. As a woman, hair never comes off. You want to put a baldy on? Bitch, do what you want. Just know, people looking at you, they don't think it looks good. They tell you your face looks good. They say, oh, you're so beautiful. They're referring to your face. They're referring to your face shape. They're referring to your clean white teeth, the bright red lips that make your teeth look whiter, the highlight and contour that's all up on your cheeks and nose, the dark eyebrows and the eyeshadow and the lashes. Now take all that shit off. Let's see what you look like now without the hair. Without the hair and with all that bullshit. Take all that bullshit off. And let's see what you look like without the hair. Because I'm going to let you know. I was watching Homeboy's video the other day. I guess girl in Nigeria. She's bald as fuck. And I looked at her face and I thought she could use some makeup. If you're going to be a baldy, you better put some makeup on. Especially if you have some deep set eyes like how I do. I wear these things because I be getting the raccoon. You understand? But if you have some raccoons like how I do, you might be better off putting on some makeup with your baldy. Because you're looking crazy. You're looking crazy. A man might run around with you because you're interesting for the video, but would he ever marry you? No, not with a baldy, baby. He's not going to. Sorry, he's not going to. It's not happening. And you know what? Let's take marriage. I know I say I'm looking to get married, so a lot of times I put marriage on a high pedestal, but let's take marriage off of it completely because not everybody is aspiring to marriage. Some of these bitches don't mind excuse me, some of these women don't mind ripping up their vaginas and their bodies for free. So let them do so. That's not me, clearly. But what I will say is, you know damn well that when a man chooses his woman, almost all the time he's choosing one that has hair and a good amount of it too. Because here's a little tip for you black women if you don't understand this. When men talk about they don't like weaves and wigs and shit, they're talking about like the wig that's visible on your hairline. And they're talking about like the weaves that you could clearly see their weaves. They don't match your texture. They don't like that stuff, but they don't mind if you wear a weave. I've been wearing a weave a long time. And let me tell you something. One of my homeboys, Nigerian homeboy, Saho, I remember one day he came by my house and he was like, yo, Jack, I don't know what the fuck. He's like, that's your hair, right? I was like, feel it. He felt it. He was like, oh shit, that's track. I said, nigga, I've been wearing weave for years. He's like, yo, it looks just like your hair. I was like, yeah, because I get the one that looks just like my hair. I get the texture that looks just like me. Even when I get my braids done. One thing is, when I get my braids done, I don't get that African hair that they have in the African store. I go and I get a soft textured hair online and I have her braid that in because personally, I'm not going to be walking around with those thick ass dookie braids. No, if I want this shit to look like it grew out my scalp, then I get the knotless and I get that nice hair that matches my texture. Like when I lay it down with mousse, everything is matching. Look like that shit grow out my head, don't it? That's how my weaves be looking too. And honestly, a man would prefer that over baldy any day. You could say what you want. Okay, men love natural hair. That is true. A man would prefer you to have your natural hair, but he don't really care about your about a baldy. I mean, think about it like this: when you're going down on him, you want him to be rubbing your head, like that's his son's head or something. No, he don't. I'm sorry, ladies, get a grip. Like the experimentation in our community is a joke sometimes. I got to laugh. And now everyone else is gonna think they could do it too. I guess Tiffany Haddish got her baldy. I was watching O'Shea Duke Jackson this morning, which I don't watch him a lot, but I will say Tiffany Haddish got her baldy too. I thought that was funny because as soon as I saw his video, I literally thought to myself, that's exactly how I felt when I saw Jade. I really unfollowed. I was like, unfollow. First of all, I don't even know why I was following Jada Pinkett because she's not my type of bitch. But to be honest with you, I personally think that Jada Pinkett has benefited so much from the colorism in this country. I mean, she's an all right actress. She's okay. But personally, when I watch Set It Off, I always imagine myself in Frankie's position. Even though Vivica Fox is batshit crazy, but still, I always saw myself as her because she phenotypically looks the most like me. And that's what it was. I looked most like, she came first. But the point is that, ladies, do more for yourself than just shave your head off. I mean, if you need to call on Jesus, if you need to call on whoever you call on, whichever Orisha you believe in, if you need to call Yahweh, if you need to call Muhammad, call him before you cut your hair off, because I know you'll regret it. Because unfortunately, you women don't have the kind of money and even the time to have a makeup artist show up at your house every morning and beat your face down for an hour. That costs money. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you're in New York, that's anywhere from $50 to $100, maybe even more, if you really have a fire-ass makeup artist. And to have them come and do that for you 7 days a week, let me see what kind of money we're working with. Let's say your makeup artist for a good beat, I'm going to give you guys $75 for a good beat times 30 days. That's $2,200 a month times 12 months. Or let's give it 3 months, because I would assume that you're going to grow your hair out, right? So $2,250 times 3, right? 250 times 3. $6,750 to be a beautiful bald woman, because it actually costs more if you want to keep your face beat. Now, you're going to have to learn how to do your own makeup, because having deep, dark, deep set eyes and a wacky looking nose and a crazy looking face shape, because even in that video that I referred to, even when I was watching that video, I thought to myself, ooh, she doesn't look good bald. She's not pretty. Her face is God forgive me. Her face is she's got too many ethnic features for her face to even look good bald. She doesn't look good bald. I'm sorry. She doesn't. And neither does Jada Pinkett. Sorry. I wouldn't go bald. I'm not the authority on shit. I'm just the authority on what I would do. And me, my Yamanago bald. No. Because you know how women will say they'll put their weave in or they'll put their hair in, their braids in, and then they'll say to themselves or say to their man, oh no, you can't pull my hair, you can't. No. I'm not like that. I usually get a sew-in, so when I get a sew-in, I guess with wigs, you can't really do shit like that, right? But when you get a sew-in, and if your person knows how to sew that bitch in properly, he could yank your hair. Like, I'll tell you, when I was with my man that passed away, literally, he loved pulling my weave. That shit didn't go nowhere. The way that he, at the time it was Clark, the way that he would sew that in, it was like that shit was growing out my scalp. And let me tell you something, it would be so tight in there that he could even put his whole force into it and my weave would be just fine. And these braids would be just fine. And if it come out, I'll go get it fixed again. Who cares? That costs less money than beating my face down with makeup every day. So I question women's judgment when they go bald. I wonder, what do they expect to get? Or maybe they're expecting, maybe the real reason why they go bald is because they're looking to repel the nigga in their life. Maybe they're looking to be like, you know what? I don't fuck with you. You don't fuck with me. So you're going to deal with my bald head today. I wouldn't waste my time. I wouldn't cut off such a vital part of my femininity just to get back at somebody or to prove something. Like, these women are in relationships right now with men that other women covet for sure. And it looks like, to me, like they want to be the men in the relationship. And first of all, most of the men that I date, they don't date, or that I've dated, because right now I'm not really dating. Right now I'm just chilling. Most of the men that I've dated in my lifetime, they like a woman with hair. They specifically liked me because I didn't have much makeup on and I had pretty hair. Hair matters, and even if it's natural, that shit needs to look right. Don't come out like I had this one girl I used to hang out with, and she was so weird. Actually, I met her at a jeans store, and I thought she was a really nice girl, and she was, actually. Even to this day, I think she's a nice person. She's nice. I tried to reach out to her a couple of years ago. I don't have her number anymore. But what I will say is, when we met in the jeans store, she was so cool, and then we hung out a bit. And it's like, I guess I must have met her when she had some, what's good? Hey, Alonzo. I guess I must have met her when she had her braids in. Then when she decided to come out with me, all of a sudden she had her afro out. And let me tell you how the afro looked. It was unruly and disheveled, and it looked crazy. And then I immediately realized, like, oh, she's not into men. And what she tried to do, it was Halloween night, and she tried to give me a kiss in the bathroom as she was I told her, girl, come in the bathroom with me, because this is what girls do. Zip down my bodysuit. I was dressed like a cat. And then I wanted to go and take a shit. You understand? She zips down my bodysuit and starts kissing me on the back and shit. And I looked at her and I said, bitch, that's not gonna make it. I like dick. I am not into women. You know what I'm saying? But I can see if a woman is beautiful. Yes, she was beautiful, but like, I just thought it was weird, and then it all connected. It was like, okay, this girl. Oh, I know. You wrote that in the other. I meant to get back to you about the read. We'll talk about that later. Holla at me. I'm gonna actually just find your email on your page and send you an email direct, so we can talk shit, or you could drop it somewhere if you'd like to. I wouldn't drop it in here for future purposes, but what I will say, I'm still very interested in that, by the way. So that's a fact. That's a 100. What was I just saying? Yeah, I thought it was weird that her hair, like when she would come out, I understand you want to come out with your natural hair, but a lot of women wear natural hairstyles. You could have your natural hair, but style it. You want style or not? You have to style it up. You can't let it sit just so. You can't just let you can do whatever you want to do, but I don't want to be next to you. You could come out with your afro looking like a fucking, like the boy from Mask Off from the Future video in the beginning. You could come out like that if that's how you prefer to be seen. But if you want to be seen the way I want to be seen by these men, then you wouldn't come out with that afro like that. Or you wouldn't come out with a baldy. I'm sorry. If you see my homegirls that I hang out with, all of them have natural faces. Even I probably wear more makeup than every one of my girlfriends. But literally, we're like the natural face crew. I wear makeup because it's like once you put on one piece of makeup, then everything comes on. But then there's days where I don't wear shit. I really feel like sometimes women in our communities, they need other outlets than to just go and chop their hair off. I mean, and just because Jada Pinkett and corny ass, what's her name? Haddish. Corny ass Tiffany Haddish do it doesn't mean I'm gonna do it. Because Jada Pinkett, she looked like she on another earth somewhere, and Tiffany Haddish looked like she ain't had dick in years. And sis, the hair, sis, is the hair real? We're indigenous. How do you get over carrying spirits through someone else's hair? Bald hair isn't attractive to men, just convenient for us. Exactly. Actually, I don't even think it's convenient for us because, like I said earlier, I don't know when you joined this, but like I said earlier, it's not convenient if you have to do an hour's worth of makeup to be beautiful on top of that baldy. Now, if you come outside with a beautiful face, natural, no makeup, and you're baldy, you win it. Okay, fine. I suppose. I mean, you're still not getting chosen over a woman who has beautiful hair. And I'm not talking about whether it's natural or not, sis, because don't nobody care about that either. That's a huge misconception. Black men just don't want you to have the Skittles pack and the colorful hair. Because I've been wearing weave for years and you barely could tell. And quite frankly, the shit looked just like my hair. And I'm just going to let you guys know that if you're going to wear short hair, I'm going to show you what it should look like when you wear your short hair. When you want to wear your short hair, sweetheart, if it don't look like... Let me shit on people today. If it don't look like that, don't waste your time. Sorry. If it doesn't look like this, God, I'm sorry. If it doesn't look like this, right? If it isn't a beautiful texture, don't waste your time. Don't waste your time with the short hair either. Because here's what happens with the short hair too, I've noticed. Because I know there was one homegirl I had when I was in my early 20s. And she's so beautiful today. But she wears weave all the time. She used to have the ill short haircut all the time. And the reason why it looked so nice was she had the time and the energy to literally flat iron it every day, to make it in, like curl it under every day, to bump it every day. And it looked amazing because she had to put that daily effort in. But don't think you're going to get that nice short haircut and then one day... It's like you put that short haircut. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you on that. I'm sure you're gorgeous too. You put that short haircut on, your stylist is going to freak it. Trust me. You're going to walk out with that shit looking like, ooh, ooh, like the Halle Berry. You're going to walk out with that Halle Berry short haircut and that shit going to look nice for like 2 days. Roll around in the bed and get it wet and run around and work out and it looks like shit. Which is why short haircuts are very, very high maintenance. So unless you're a person who has the time for a short haircut, I suggest that you put your hair up under some braids, up under some weave, or you can blow your hair out, put it in a high pony, do something, girl. Because your short haircut was cute yesterday, but now it looks crazy now. I'm sorry. I'm just keeping it 100 G real with y'all. I'm not going to lie anymore. I'm not appeasing anybody on this fucking channel. Bitches know what time it is. Long hair, don't care. Okay, real hair. We like that too. What did Chris Brown say? Let me not quote that colorist nigga. Oh, you bitches got real hair? Chilling with the top down. You understand what I'm saying? Your real hair gotta be blowing. Let me take these off. Your real hair gotta be blowing and flowing. I keep this in the freezer, guys. If you want a jade roller, put it in the freezer. Oh, why do they complain of smells? Because bitches is nasty. I ain't never had a smelly weave in my life. What? Are you bitches nasty? First of all, you know when you get your weave done, you're supposed to go in like every 2 weeks to like tighten it up and get it like tight and to go have the man go in there with his hands, like his assistant or whoever washes your hair, supposed to go in between, like, because I had sew-ins, right? So you go in there, sweetheart, and if your wig, let me tell you something, ladies, you come home, you have your wig, last thing you need to do is put your wig down on the fucking couch where everyone's nasty ass jeans have been sitting. Put your wig down on the chair where all your dirty clothes are at. Like, well, I'm not understanding why people just throw their wig any old where. I put it on top of the wig head, the mannequin head. Or I put it in the bag. Because usually, when you buy hair, it comes in if you buy nice hair like I do, it comes in nice bags. I will put it in the bag and put it in the drawer with the other wigs. Or if I want it to air out, I will put it on the wig head, which sits by the window, so it can get some fresh air. I mean, I don't understand how men are complaining about smells. You guys are nasty. You're funky. You're funky. You won't have you won't have a wig smelling on my head. You won't have a weave smelling on my head. There's no way. First of all, I wash my hair every week when I have sew-ins. Usually, it's easier. When you have a wig, you might let it rock for about 10 days, maybe, and then wash your hair. Because depending on how nice and neat the braids are, you might not want to fuck them up because it's cornrows as opposed to like tighter style cornrows. Like when I get my hair sewn in, the cornrows are so fine and tight because it's like to the head. So the bigger cornrows, they really do. Um, they're gonna get nastier for some odd reason. I don't know why that is, but I find that when my hair is in those tight cornrows and it's and the weft is braided on. Also, another thing that you guys need to do and invest in and have. I don't know if you guys. I even do this without my weave. I do it for my braids for anything. Is the witch hazel or the sea. What they call that shit? Sea breeze. You put that in a bottle with a nozzle, and you go in between the braids with that shit, and you basically it burns out. It's what you call antiseptic, I believe. It burns out um, all the nasty product buildup, and if you work out, this for me, I work out, it burns off the sweat, and then you follow it up with some shampoo and conditioner on your fingers, like put them on like 4 fingers and go in there. Don't bullshit. You guys be smelling because you be bullshitting. I have locks down my back, easy for me. I've never had weave. I hear men complain, love, yes, sea breeze is every girl. Men complain about everything, okay? They complain, that's what they do. Who cares? What I'm saying is length is important. So that's another thing. There's a lot of girls out here with short locks, cutting off their locks. It makes no sense. Okay, I understand if your locks are down to your feet. Like one of my neighbors had them down to her feet. Then she cut them all the way off and put a mohawk on. Girl, do what you want to do, baby. If you want to put a mohawk on, baby, go ahead and put a mohawk on. If that's what you want to do, I would have just cut my locks down to my ass. I would have took them from being to my feet to my ass or my lower back or something. I would not have cut my shits all the way off. Another thing is, locks can be very nice when they're well maintained, but stop acting like you guys are in Bob Marley's videos because you're not, okay? Maintain them motherfuckers. And when I talk about maintain, I mean keep the edges tight and not too much new growth. Don't be looking crazy out here. Sorry, I know they tell you they want natural, but they want styled. And you know this, girl. As a woman with locks, you be looking crazy if you have 3 or 4. You look crazy if you have 3 or 4 inches of new growth walking around here. Men are looking at you different as opposed to when you get your shit tightened up. You can't lie. You can't lie. So just now you see the raccoons. I gotta stay on top of my raccoons. I do. My daughter did the same, then put a perm. I have sister locks. Oh, you have the small ones. Girl, be careful with the sister locks. Don't let them get too long because the weight, and then they start pulling the edges. Just be careful. Please. Please. Because one thing men don't like, and they don't like when your edges are all fucked up. You could have nice hair, but if you have no edges, they're looking at you crazy too. My aunt was one of those people who just, from all the years of like the flat iron and curling iron and stuff, she just didn't have no edges. Like that's one of the things I worked my ass off to keep in my life. Even throughout all the weaves and everything, and I even pulled a braid out a couple months ago and the hair has grown back. And it's just like I work so hard to keep my hair intact. I think that women in our community, they're just lazy sometimes. Real shit when it comes down to taking care of themselves. They are lazy. Like the ones that take care of their hair, they don't want to take care of their bodies. The one that take care of their bodies don't want to take care of their hair. It's called a package. Mm. It's a package because it's totality. It's called a package. It's the bottom line. Because you could wear makeup if you want to, but you gotta take care of your skin. I just had a skin mask on. Then I put on my little. Really, I'm working on my album. So to be honest with you, a lot of these puffs are because I don't sleep much. I sleep about 4 or 5 hours. I sleep about 4 hours actually, about 4.5 hours a day. When I sleep, I have less raccoon, but I stay on top of my raccoon. Right? I was about to go out with the natural face the other night, and I looked at my raccoon and I said, no, 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 no. Then I put a little concealer on, and then it became a whole beat. I'm sorry, I had to. Thank you. I never knew edges were a thing. Sweetheart, it's not that they're a thing. Masculine men don't sit around talking about edges. But have you ever been around one of your homeboys and somebody with that bad edges come in and they look and they're like, oh, what's going on? I have. I have some tight homeboys that have known me for a long time. And I've been next to them when they're assessing. And I've heard the things they've said to me. So I've been next to them and I've been like, oh no. Homegirl thinks she's stunting, but she don't got no edges. Like there was a girl that started at the firm with me at the same time, and she was pretty, I forget her name. It was a while ago, years ago, 2014. And the first day was cool because she had it like all puffied out and like blown out and all that. But then as the week progressed and she started to pull her hair back into a ponytail, it's like all them tight ponytails you did when you were a child, they backfired. Stop doing that. That's why I think that the girls that use the Got To Be spray are some of the most intelligent girls when they came up with that method, because what that did was that saved everybody's edges. Okay? Because that Got To Be spray method, I swear, it does not rock your edges. Like you can keep your edges with that shit. All the glues and shit that you was putting on, I was putting them on too, man. I have a good glue that I get from the hair place over here. Imports. It's a really good glue, actually. And that one don't fuck you up that much, but it's most of the glues, to get it out, you have to rub them off so hard that you're pulling at the hair too. And even if, like, let's say, I don't know, it's hard to explain. If you get your hair done, then you know what I'm talking about. Just be careful with your edges. You don't want to be out here looking like you was rocking a ponytail for 30 years of your life. Like one ponytail, that same one ponytail never moved. Be looking like that. Honestly, I was really scared when I saw her today. I was really scared. Really scared. Yo, shout out to whoever's watching this, though. Where are you guys from? What city are you guys from? Throw your city in the chat. Real shit. But yeah, there's just certain things that just maybe it's because I grew up in the Bronx, or maybe it's because my mom was a hairstylist, or maybe it's because I don't know. I've been getting my hair done since God knows how young I was, since I was like 4. Yeah, exactly. Right, full edges, full. I just really just, there's nothing like getting your hair done. There's nothing like it. Southside Chicago, okay. Fire. There's nothing like getting your hair done as a woman. It's so wonderful. It's so fun. I was going to get my hair pressed today, but it's going to rain later this week. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it pressed on Saturday morning. Yeah. I'm going to get my shit pressed because I haven't seen my shit pressed in a while. And I really do love when my hair is pressed. It just looks so good. Like, it just looks so nice. Even it just, how is this? I can show you guys how I just love when my hair is pressed. I just love it. I enjoy that shit. I don't understand it. I just, so yeah. And this is actually my hair in the front and a little bit of tracks in the back, but it's mostly leave out. And so my thing is like, you could do whatever you want to do, ladies. Just know how it's perceived. How it's perceived. Do as you please. Just know how it's perceived. I know how I'm perceived. I'm perceived as a beautiful, outspoken, real bitch. And I'll be that till I die. That's where I came from. Beautiful, outspoken, real bitches. Meaning, when I was in Nigeria, this old lady tried to tell me I was a real bitch. When I said to her I was a real bitch, I said it to her. Then she said, "Oh, that right there, that's what you are." And I said, and I love it. You know why I love it? Because I get to do it. Okay? Only beautiful women can be a bitch. Sorry. Sorry. I don't owe you nothing in this world. Nothing. I don't owe this world nothing. I don't even owe the ordinary person any respect. I don't know you. Sorry. Do as you want in life. Just know that when somebody pull up your Instagram, you're crazy. You look, give a fuck if it's Jacob Pinkett, I don't give a fuck if his mother's Teresa. It looks crazy as fuck. It looks insane. She looks like a creature. Sorry. A 100% black woman is saying this, not a watered down mulatto. I'm saying it because it needs to be said. I'm saying it because everybody else is afraid to say it. I think a lot of people just want us to keep worshiping them and just following their every move. And I'm sorry, sweetheart. This is where I have to unfollow you. This is where I have to defer to my own personality and unfollow you. Because you look crazy. And there's no way in hell that a man, you know what I'm saying? Like okay, this is her from back in the day, right? Even the short hair was beautiful. It was. But the only reason why she got away with it was because, number one, she's a mulatto. And number two, she got a very nice face, or at least she did. Now that she's gotten Botox in her cheeks, she looks like a whole creature. First of all, the Botox looks crazy. I'm sorry. This is the one I think. Oh, God, no, I don't care. This is the one I think that terrified me. It's like, yo, you got all that Botox, and then I wanted to say something, but I really don't want to say that. But Jesus, do we need to donate to her fund somewhere? Is she in a hospital or something? Maybe she needs to be in one. I mean, I guess maybe she could do that because she's got fire pussy. I don't know. I mean, ask August Alsina. But as far as I'm concerned, that's a no-go, baby. But like I said, you women will do what you want to do because in this life, people are going to do what they want to do. Right? And I'm going to have a whole conversation about Brittany Renner in a good hot minute, because what I find is that a lot of you men have not what's up? Hi, what's up? What I find is that a lot of you men have not heard the real perception of Brittany Renner from a woman's perspective. Beautiful woman, master called us, and we sing their praises when we dehumanize. I don't give a damn, girl. You're going to have to miss me on that one. I call these niggas niggas, and I call these bitches bitches if I want to. If I want to give them that extra respect, I will. But I'm going to call them what they are. And it is not about dehumanizing anybody, sweetheart. That's how I speak. And I'm not going to make any kind of apologies from it. I'm from New York. And at the end of the day, sorry, I'm well educated, well paid. And do what I want on a daily basis and super happy. So I'll call these niggas whatever the fuck I want to call these bitches. Oh, God, I I hate people that try to correct people all the time. See, what you haven't learned in life yet, sweetheart, is that Jackie gonna do what she wanna do. And so are all these niggas and bitches. All these people gonna do what they want. They're gonna say what they want. And so once you realize that in life, which I came to this epiphany maybe when I was like 10, 11, like I realized that my mother would rather be high than come to my graduation. And you know what I realized in that moment? That I'm gonna do what the fuck I wanna do as well. As well. That's the reason why, you see, the Brittany Renner conversation is so fire to me. Shout out to Brittany Renner. Because one thing she will show you right now is that a real bitch gonna do what she wanna do. Lie to you? Who's gonna lie to you? I don't know if I'm going to Africa with Dynas anymore. I personally, I think Dynas is cool. I think he's a cool individual, but I get tired of the people that he has around him, especially the old bitches that don't know better. It's like, stop talking to me. It's like that. Is that wrong? So I don't know if that's going to be happening. I'm actually probably going to go to Africa with some of my African friends, the ones I made. Like, I'm going to be in Sierra Leone in a couple weeks, most likely with one of my African friends that I made, who's going there for business, and we're going to go and do some things. And then my other homegirl's going to come. She's going to help me list some properties. You understand? Nah, me. So, you know, it just, I give a damn about no goddamn. Oh yeah, and I'm not one of those. I know what dehumanization means. I know what degradation means. I know what rejuvenation is. I know what freedom is as well. And I'm free to do and say what I fucking want to. And I understand that they all have repercussions, and I still don't give a damn. I'm real with that. I really don't care. And this is the conversation I want to have about Brittany Renner. God damn. I don't want to get into this right now, but I swear, I beg. I beg. Get Laoshi. I beg. Yeah. No, it's not even about, I don't even want to talk about the Dynas. Dynas is cool. Actually, I sent Dynas a message last night. I said, what you doing in ATL tonight? And I sent him a popping video of me and one of my favorite bitches. Yes. And he didn't respond because let me tell you something about a man like that. A man like that hates a bitch like me. They think we're beautiful, but then when they realize what we're really about, we're just too honest for them. Honesty is the best policy. I got to be honest. You're going to stop hiding me in the back of Acacia when we were supposed to be on the island. Your flyer said the island. I wanted to be on the island after we got out of Al Oshun. So when I got to the island, what? Please, game on. When I got to the island, game on. Game on. Then I realized why we were in Acacia. Because it's cheaper and there's not as much action. And he's older and he's got an old man's mentality already. You have to understand he's not a youngin'. And I'm not even a youngin'. But I've got a lot of energy still. I guess because I don't have children, I still have a lot of energy. A lot. So it's like if he wants to be in the back of the bag and then keep us in the back of the bag while there's two beautiful young women who want to go out and explore. I mean, let me tell you, if you're going to sit there and hate on a young woman because she got proposed to, I mean, you wasn't about to propose to her. So why are you hating on her? Sit back and enjoy your tea, sir. Good sir. Good sir. Enjoy your tea. While these bitches go and get busy. While these women go and get busy. Because in my homeboy's opinion, which the one that I don't speak to anymore, but in his opinion, he felt like, well, when you take people on a trip, I can't go to Africa with you because next time I go to Africa, I'm going to go see my man. I am. Oh, God, I love this man so much. You guys don't know I love this man so much. I'm going to suck his dick. So crazy. Anyway, what I'm saying is you can't take people on a trip and say it's my trip when people are paying you some people's salaries to be there. Like I paid less than everybody, honestly. He gave me the ill discount. Thank you, Dinus. But if you're gonna pay upwards of almost $3,000 to be on a trip, or even $4,000 in Sierra Leone, because I know he books flights, then there needs to be a little bit of a give and take. I understand that you curated this experience for us, but once people, like for example, the real estate tour actually never happened when it was supposed to. And I don't know if it happened a day after. I don't give a damn. I met a real estate agent. Now she's like my best friend. I'm going to post like so much property from Lagos right here. I met a developer who is fire, a young fire cat. Him and his family, they develop everything that's high rise in Lagos. I'm gonna post it right here. I just be taking my time with these videos because I don't do this for YouTube. Is not what I do. It's one of the things I do for an outlet. But I'm gonna post them videos. And what I'm trying to say is like if people are paying you to be on your trip, then it's no longer your trip. I think if your trip were more of an hour trip situation, more people would be inclined to go to it. But because you dictate this experience, and every place you take us, I always get sick. All these foods that you have us eating in the back, oh God, I beg. I beg. When I get to Lagos, I didn't get sick one time, and I went to some African spots with my homegirl, and it was official. Now, why every place you take us, we're getting sick? Because these people are not as clean as you want to. Like, authentic food is great, but if it's not clean, it not make it. Sorry. So that's just my review on that. I don't mind going to Africa. I'm gonna just do that shit how I want to do it, like I said, because I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do, right? I'm not married. I had to explain that to man. Like, yo, you're not I'm not your wife. So you telling me that I'm being disrespectful and you're trippy? Yeah, I called you lame. I called you lame because you are lame. Like, for example, if we're in I said this on the last live, and now we're going to address it directly. If we're in the mall, and I told you, I told you this because, and I don't know, maybe he got offended that I told him I'm going for only a man that comes from my DNA. Once I found out what tribe I was from, that's all I want now. I want to maintain that. I want my sons and daughters to look me in the face and know that I didn't fuck up their bloodlines. Sorry. It's called Black excellence. It's called African diaspora because we plan on returning back. I'm not going to return back a mutt. No, not make it. So when I said, I'm not Igbo, I'm Hausa Fulani. But I did hear that Igbo men treat you very nice, actually. And actually, I know a few Igbo people from the States, and they are wonderful people. So I don't know much about all that. I don't get into too much of all that tribal discussions because I'm new to everything. But I do know one thing. Now that I know my tribe, it's my responsibility to procreate with them. So my thing is, when I made this clear, now all of a sudden we're in the mall in the back of, I don't know where we were, Acacia, I think. And the mall was cool. I like that mall, the big mall with the club and stuff. It was cool. And now every man, he walks up to some old man, some young man, and says, "Are you Hausa? Are you Fulani? There's a Fulani girl trying to get married." Like, you cornball. You a cornball ass nigga. No. I don't care. I don't want to get into that conversation. I'm sorry, honey. You can have that conversation with someone else who gives a damn about it. I'm talking about what I'm talking about. You asked me a question, now I'm trying to get to it. Stop pointing out me to men that you know damn well I wouldn't be attracted to. I don't give a damn if he's Hausa or not. It's not happening. Now, when you see the young cats, though, the fly ones, you want to hide me from them or hide us from them, us being the younger women in the trip. And then I have old ladies trying to tell me how to behave as if I want to be in your position. I don't want to be a baby's mother, getting married at 57 years old to a 44-year-old man who, I don't know, is the man, I don't know, the man's wife must have died. He has 2 kids. Okay, so basically you married him to be his help. So help him and get off my shit. You understand what I'm saying? Blah. Give a fuck about that. I'm being honest. In real life, I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to say what the fuck I want to say. I'm going to pull up how I want to pull up. If I want to walk up on you, I will. If I want to smack the shit out of you, I will. If I want to kiss you, I will. If I want to hug you, I will. Last night I was out and the sexiest dark skinned man just in front of me dancing, and I just put my hands behind his I would just press my breast up on his back, and I put my hands like this around his neck, and then he started dancing with me, and then he pulled me in the front, and then I just started whining, and because I felt like it. And I'm gonna do what I want. You understand? So it's like, you know, even though I think Guidance is a cool person, I don't feel like supporting him anymore. I already went to two. I went to two trips, which means I spent about $7,000 on two of his trips, and I could have done better with my money. But I had fun, and I'm going to thank him for being especially Sierra Leone was fire because there was a whole group of people we could cut up into. I barely hung out with Dinah. But it was, I think that when I got to Nigeria, I realized that like, maybe he does this for a chip on his shoulder or something. Maybe he does it because he thinks that it's his duty to. Maybe he does it because the career he envisioned didn't pop off the way it was. But I'm still in my career. Mm-hmm. And like Mr. Niger said, I'm gonna call him Mr. Niger for now because I can't drop his name. He's too important. He's heavy. Dude from Nigeria is heavy. I can't drop his name. He's fire though. Like Mr. Niger said, what does it hurt to put my wig on and give these people what they want to get my money? And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm taking these braids out. I'm about to press my hair up. And once that press goes out of style, I'm gonna put this wig on and I'm going to give these companies what they like so I can get paid. I'm a shook and jive and jump up and down, whatever I need to do to get paid because I need to release my album and be able to market that album. So no, Baldy's not going to make it. Sorry. Yeah, you know what? That's not what I meant, sweetheart. When I said that, I was referring to women. I don't have to challenge men. If I got to challenge you, you dead to me. But I meant women. I meant women because I'm a woman. So if I'm going to smack somebody, it's going to be a bitch. Trust me. I don't have to hit men. Because men will do what I say when I ask them to. And if they don't, then they will get dismissed. That's what it is. See, with men, you ask them to do something, they don't do it for you. Know that they didn't do it because they didn't want to. There was a cologne in the mall, you know, the mall where he was pointing me out to all the men. There was a cologne in the mall. And I wanted it so badly for like a year. And Sephora stopped selling it. It's this. Let me show you. Nejma, number 7. And if you guys know what this is, then you know what this is. It smells like sex in a bottle. I asked Dinus to give me that money because I didn't have $200 on me in the hotel, I didn't have $200 worth of Naira, or I didn't bring much to the mall because the way that the trip was set up, I didn't even know we were going to a mall. Like there was no real itinerary, and I figured it would be a light day, so I didn't bring much money. I asked him to just spot me the $200, you know, after I've already paid $2,200 or whatever for your trip, or $2,100 for your trip. I don't know what I paid. And, you know, he pointed at another, he literally said that he didn't have it, even though he was shopping. And then he pointed at another man on the trip and said, him, right there. Him. He could do it for you. And you know what that man did? You know what he did? He reached in his wallet and he did it for me. Thank you. Appreciate you. That's a real man right there. And you know what? As soon as we got back to the hotel, I went into my, don't ask me no more fucking questions about that. I went into my wallet and I gave him his money back. By the end of the night, when I was wilding about not being able to go out because corny ass Dinus didn't want to take 2 beautiful Black women out on the town, even though we didn't want to be stuck with the old bitches trying to tell me to have a baby with a test tube baby. You guys are stupid. You ladies are so dumb. You're out of place. See, that's the thing that I didn't want to say to Lady because I didn't want to hurt her feelings. I don't care. You're out of place in Africa. Your skin don't even have enough melanin to protect you from this sunlight. You're not supposed to be here. Keep your mulatto ass in the US where you belong. Now, What I'm trying to say here is like that man. Do you know that man after that whole bullshit that happened? Do you know that man came to my door, knocked on the door, and said, "Jack, put this in your pocket." Gave me my $200 back. So this right here was a gift from that man. Thank you. That man is a happily married man, and I will not shout his name out. But thank you so much. This smells so fabulous. I mean, sex in a bottle. This is one of those like unisex colognes. God, you know Jackie's been in your house. If she smell, if the sheets smell like this, you know that I was all up in the bed. God, seriously. And he just gave it to me, and to think that this man who pumps weights all the time and takes people all over Africa backpacking and shit, getting people sick in people's villages and shit, trying to have us bow down to kings that are really not even kings, having all these people try to read my spirit. You know, I had a person come into my room try to read my spirit. I got pains in my heart. I literally dismissed him. I had to. My spirit said something else. To have a man like that tell me that tribe doesn't matter. It's like, you don't know shit about Africa. As many countries as you've been to say that tribe doesn't matter, you're crazy. You're insane, sir. Don't be mad because the tribe I belong to is the one running this place. Don't be mad because the tribe I belong to, because listen, when I got my DNA results, it didn't say 3 and 4 tribes. It said 1 tribe. I got loyalty inside my DNA. And that tribe is running shit right now. I don't know what's going to happen in 2023. Right now, that tribe is running shit right now. And when I walk around Lagos, everyone asks me if I'm either Ethiopian or where I'm from. And I tell them, yo, I'm from the States. My father is Jamaican, but I trace my lineage to Sokoto. And I tell them, and they're like, oh, Hausa, you look like them. Actually, it was my friends in Sierra Leone who told me that. Thank you for putting me on. But you see, what I'm saying is that there's just not enough time in the day to give a damn about people that don't understand shit in life. It's like, yo, you take people all over Africa and then you want to act like these tribes don't matter. Well, my good sir, I guess in your group of highly Americanized Southerners and West Coast folks, it doesn't matter. But for people that understand what Africa is, I know I don't look Ethiopian. Sunny, you need to listen more, sweetheart. You need to listen more. I said, most people have asked me, right? Listen intently and understand. Most people have asked me, and this happens all the time, happens almost every day, if I was Ethiopian or if I was from the north. And what do I tell them? Who cares? Do you think that's some kind of whatever? I don't give a damn what you're talking about. What I'm saying is that's what I was asked. I'm repeating the questions that I was asked. In my opinion, I look like Jackie. I look like exactly what I am, Hausa Fulani, one of the most beautiful groups of Black African women. That's what I look like, and that's who I am. See, that's the beauty of knowing where you come from. You could actually just defer to where you come from. You go over there, look it up. You'll see plenty of women that look like me, gorgeous, beautiful. So beautiful that the scarification of their face doesn't even taint their beauty. Forget makeup. Anyway, this stream has been way too long. I really like to keep shit at 30 minutes or less. I got loyalty, got royalty inside my DNA. 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 You understand? Overstand. Anyway, A Black Beauty is out. I've got things to do. I gotta keep producing my my album. Because that shit coming out. I got to keep producing that shit. I got to do what I have to do for my success. For my success. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. If you don't already follow me, I am at Miss Jax, MISSJAXX baby on IG. You gonna go over there, you gonna know who you fucking with. You gonna know who you fucking with. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Right? Let me tell you something. This man in Nigeria, I don't know what he said to me, but he said something to me after he was done beating that shit down. And you know what he said to me? It put me in such a headspace that I came back here a warrior, like ready to go. Like, that is a man. He inspired me. He made me feel like, yo, I got you. But at the end of the day, don't forget that you have the power. And I love that he said that to me, the way he said it. Like, the way he kind of came in and just, that's not what he said. He said some other things. But the way he said what he said, it made me feel so energized with power. I came here ready to finish everything that I'd set forth in life. I came here ready to put a stamp on things. And I'm really feeling that shit. I'm really feeling the way he spoke to me. Ah, yes. Jobless. Yeah. Yes, and yes, for that, you see what you just said? Third love was a Rasta. One thing about Rastafarian men is same thing. The words, the thought process is what got me with this young Nigerian man, and he comes from a really good background. And one of the things I loved about him was what he said to me. Sent me back here ready to kill something, ready to murder things, ready to get in that bag. You understand what I'm saying? Ready to just conquer. And I like that. And so to me, looking like an Ethiopian is not my goal in life. My goal in life is to continue being, even before I knew I was Al-Safulani, even before I knew that, I knew I was beautiful and I knew I was powerful. And this man knew that too. From the first moment he saw me in the club, and when he grabbed me up so, and when he took care of me for the next 3 days, and I took care of him too. He said he was not feeling the best after that vaccine. And if he can't give me my children, I'm going to be very mad at you, Pfizer. Right? If he can't give me my children, I'm going to be mad at you, Pfizer. It's tight. Anyway, that's another conversation. But he sent me back here so energized and so ready to just accomplish everything that I had set forth. And he deserves all the praise. So for that, he will get praise today. King. And that's that. So, it's like so for that, I'm gonna thank Dynast bringing me around Africa and stuff like that. Even though I paid. But still, I'm gonna thank him, because had I not been so determined to get to the island, then I would have never met this man. I literally met him maybe like a week and a half before I left. Maybe like a week before I left, no lie. I met him like the weekend before I left, but then my flight, I missed it. So I met him, and just everything was so right with him. Just from like the first few moments. And I'm not saying that this means that we'll be together forever. I'm not, because I don't know if I believe in a forever kind of situation. But I do know that like I would be blessed to have kids with this man, because he has such a beautiful way about him. Before I knew he was royalty, before I knew that his grandfather owned a bank, before I knew all those things, right? And the way he spoke to me, it was so invigorating. And the way he treated me was so wonderful. And it was just chill. It was so chill. The energy was chill. And anyway, so I really think he's hard. I really would do anything for this person. Seriously, that's why I say, like, if you like someone and you really like them and you really know that shit from the beginning, then you do what is required. And I know that there are so many women in Nigeria, and there are so many women in the world, that a man like that really will do what he wants to do. Let him choose what he wants to choose, but he does have mercy. So I'm gonna give him that, which I barely give people. I swear, yeah, I might be disrespectful sometimes, but he gets respect. He gets ultimate femininity. He gets everything. He took me to some of the best places. He treated me so nice. Um, Even up until yesterday, sent him a picture of my face, no makeup, and I was like, still beautiful. And he was like, yeah. And that's all I need to hear. I don't, you see, cornballs, you send a picture like that to a cornball, and he's looking at you like, how am I supposed to answer this? Oh, I don't want to gas her. Like, yo, American men are so trash. They think about, like, I don't want to gas you, and I don't want to, what do you mean gas? Come on, man. I'm a woman. And I just, it's so tiring. Like I said the other day, it's so tiring to hear the back and forth. It's so tiring to get men to just drop the guard and be real with you. Like, I've got to be real with this man, because every time I ask for an honest opinion, he gives it. Even sometimes when I don't ask, it's kind of getting on my nerves. And I was like, what's up with you? But I think his point, I understood his point. It's like, yo, everything I'm doing in Nigeria, just understand that I'm doing it because I have the US dollar and I can maneuver more than any other person. But, you know, we had a conversation about the GDP. I said to him, you know, we were having lunch, and I said to him, be proud of your country. GDP went up by 5.5%. Gross domestic product, fools, went up by 5.5%. And you know what he says to me? He said, he said to me, but so what? I mean, that doesn't do anything for the ordinary Nigerian. I'm like, looking at this man, like, look where we're at. Look across, that's a Denninger. That is the billionaire over there. You just pointed him out, and now you're telling me about the ordinary Nigerian? Like, what? You are not the ordinary Nigerian. That impacts your business. That impacts your business. But I think because his heart is so good, he really does care about the job opportunities, the lack, the starvation, and all those kinds of things that are going on in Nigeria. And he wants those things to be in the forefront of the discussion, rather than the fact that we could afford more cement from Dangote or something. You know, I don't know what I get. So I understood his perspective, and I laughed at it, because it's always, in my history of my life, I've been around some pretty wealthy people, and I'll say it's always some of the most wealthy people who care the most about people. You know why? Because they have the luxury to care about people. They have time, and they have resources to contribute. Whereas it be the fucking shittiest people that is down in the gutter, I swear. That's what I found in real life. Like, if we're gonna be honest, I've found that it'd be some of the shittiest people down in the gutter. So it is what it is. I really do thank you all for spending your time with me. It's been a hot minute. I'm about to go and relax myself for about 20-30 minutes. And then I'm going to get to this music and probably go out and walk out, take a walk, maybe even go work out today. Stomach's not the best right now. Having my cycle. Oh God, that should be kicking my ass. My cousin told me last week that contractions feel like your period 1,000 times. Oh God, I'm so scared. But I want to have like 6 children, so I can't be scared. You know, I look at the lineage, I look at my family, and I look at the women in my family, and we come from a lot of kids, all of us, you know, except my mother. I'm her only. But what I will say is that I'm like one of the only children in my family. Everybody else got loads of sisters and brothers, and it's okay. I grew up with my cousins. I enjoyed it. But I can't wait. I can't wait to rip my body up for this man. He deserves it. He deserves a legacy. Anyway, a Black Beauty is out. Peace.